This is me, back in 1976. Check out that shirt. I was a big fan of Jaws and sharks growing up. This is me in 2022, watching Jaws in the theater. Check out the shirt. Some things never change. And this adorable little scamp would go on to get his SCUBA certification when he was 16 years old. And around the same time, something called Shark Week was just coming on television. And every year since, I've always watched Shark Week. Over the years, I'd have opportunities to go and meet sharks. I've met great whites at Guadalupe. I've done a lot of diving with Caribbean reef sharks and had some amazing experience. Yes, that's me kissing a shark. Along the way, I dive with bull sharks and nurse sharks and lemon sharks. I would meet tiger sharks at Tiger Beach. And I've gone to South Africa and Mexico to meet whale sharks. Places I've all seen on Shark Week along the way. All incredible shark experiences. But one has eluded me. I've never had a chance to meet a great hammerhead. This is Andy. Andy is an Emmy Award-winning cinematographer that has filmed sharks all over the world for Discovery Channel, National Geographic, and for Shark Week. Andy and his wife Emma occasionally run shark diving trips, and this time it was going to be in Bimini, Bahamas with Great Hammerheads. Here was an opportunity to talk with fellow shark divers about diving, about sharks, about camera gear and photography, about the science and cinema of it all, behind the scenes of Shark Week, all of that I would get to do in this trip. And I would get to go shark diving with the guy who films sharks for Shark Week. Sign me up. Okay, cue the travel montage. Hey, this is all part of the story, you know, the whole journey, but I promise we'll get to the sharks. So we have to get through the video first. At least this part, the whole travel thing. You know how I like travel stuff, and you know how I like the window seats. So we'll get to the sharks, I promise. But you know what? Let's check in with future me and see how things are going with the shark diving. Check it out. Hey, it's future me, and I just gotta say that hammerhead diving's been awesome so far. Look at that water. It's been great, so you're gonna love it. Going from JFK in New York down to Fort Lauderdale, where I'll spend the night, regroup, and then in the morning, head off to Bimini. I had an opportunity to do it in style. Check out the seaplane. This was a lot of fun. I'd never been in a seaplane before, and I figured if I'm going to go hang out with Andy Casagrande and diving with hammerheads in Bimini, why not arrive in style? Geographic. Finally, after all the traveling, I arrive at Bimini, only to be met with the local rush hour. Check out all the golf carts. I was now on what was known as Bahama time. Finally made it to Bimini, the Bimini Big Game Club hotel where I'll be staying for the next 3 nights. Yeah. So let's take a quick tour of the grounds. This is the pool. No, I didn't go in. This is the restaurant and bar area where we hung out and had breakfast. This is the marina. Here's the dive boat. SCUBA diving center is. Here's the main entrance to the Bimini Big Game Club. Here's the bull shark cage. Yes, that's right. Bull shark cage. What? Your hotel doesn't come with a bull shark cage? Well, from now on, I'm only staying at hotels that have dedicated shark cages. This is where you can climb into a shark cage and check out the resident bull sharks. See? I promised we'd get to the sharks. Though it doesn't look like it in the video, in all honesty, It's a very sectioned off, gated area. You can't just walk up and jump in the cage at any time you want. It's actually gated off, and they only do the shark feeding at certain times.
Right here, right now, in the Bahamas, in Bimini, this is literally like an underwater laboratory. The visibility is incredible. The sharks, they are in full effect. We've been studying these sharks here for decades, and the amazing part about Bimini is, like, literally, you can do experiments, you can do basically films, research, everything here, all in this perfect live underwater lab, and that's why I love coming to Bimini. I was like a baby, I've had this weird fascination with sharks. It was because I saw them on television for the first time. So of course, as a little kid, I wanted to grow up and be a marine biologist. As I got older, I went to college, took a bunch of different classes, and I realized being in a classroom setting is not something I want to do. So I basically fast forward, instead of becoming a marine biologist, I became a filmmaker. Now I get to work with the greatest scientists on Earth, but I also saw that there was sort of a gap between science, cinematography, and people that want to get involved. So I created this concept called cinema science, which is basically using technology, science, all the cool innovative ways to tell stories about sharks and research that people can understand easily, because you could write the most phenomenal research paper on the planet. Thousands of people may read it, but you can make a 15-second TikTok video and 1 billion people will watch it. So media is incredibly powerful. So the whole idea behind cinema science is bridging that gap, bringing people that are passionate about content creation, passionate about sharks. They want to get involved, but they may be intimidated by the academics and the science. You don't need a PhD to save sharks. You need passion, hard work, and technology, and that's what it's all about. It's got a galvanic time release, which is basically called a GTR. It's a magnesium that will dissolve. It's hidden here. This is a VHF transmitter that we can track onto the, if it's on the horizon, you can still.
360 fin cam, Great Hammerhead sharks, Bimini. Let's go. Okay, let's go. All right, guys, thank you. We'll see you in a sec, or in a little bit.
Having the opportunity to see a fin cam in action, in person, is so cool. You don't normally get to do this sort of stuff on typical shark dives, but this was Andy, and he brought his fin cam. It would be up to Andy to deploy the fin cam and to retrieve it. Success. This was Gaia, a large female great hammerhead. So ideally we would attach the fin cam and be able to retrieve it right there on site after a couple of passes. This was only the kind of stuff that you'd only see on Shark Week or some shark documentary somewhere. And being able to see this footage and see how it's done and see it in action was such a treat. Once you attach a fin cam to a shark, there's no guarantee you're going to get it back. Sharks are not dogs, they don't play fetch, they don't bring the ball back. You have to get it. Even though a shark would be swimming by with the fin cam on it, if we had to retrieve it, it was not up to us to do so. That was left to the professional. After the first deployment, we pushed our luck and went again for another deployment. At any point, once we've attached the fin cam, the shark could decide it's no longer interested and just take off. It's a wild animal. It's a big ocean. Every time we deploy the fin cam, there's no guarantee that it'll ever show up. It could just take off. So fingers crossed, we kept an eye out. Sure enough, Gaia would come back with the fin cam. Usually you see this stuff only on Shark Week. And here it was in person, and added to that was the same camera I use. And I can tell you that the camera setup on the fin cam is roughly about $600 to $700. That's an expensive thing to lose in the middle of the ocean. On this last deployment, air was running low and the dive was soon to be ending, so we had to get the fin cam back. And if you're lucky enough, it'll pop off on its own and you'll be able to retrieve it right there.
Thanks, boss. Okay, guys, well that was embarrassing. I'm sorry about that fin cam attempts and failures and whatever.
I thought it went well.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, could have been worse. I like that. That's right.
It's not floating in the ocean. I liked it personally.
I think success. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. Good. I pulled you out.
Hi, my name is Tina Angelis. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. My favorite sharks are great white, although I love all sharks, and I love them because they're important to our world.
Hi, my name is Nini Leonard. I am from Puerto Rico, and my favorite shark is the oceanic white tip because I love their fins, the very long fins, and the little markings, white markings that they have on each fin. And I love diving with oceanic white tips because they are very curious sharks. They are very agile, and they're little rascals.
My name's Scott. My favorite shark is a nurse shark because you're always guaranteed to see one. Actually, that's a joke. I really like Makos. I think it's just an animal that personifies perfection. They're fast and sleek and really good at what they do. So I've actually never seen one in the wild, but maybe someday.
My name is Alyssa. I'm from Portland, Oregon. My favorite shark is the poor beagle and the thresher shark because they have the cutest eyes.
All right. Hi, my name is Bree Goggins. I've been diving for around 4 or 5 years. My favorite shark is the oceanic white tip because they're very pretty looking. And why not love sharks? They're amazing.
Hi, my name is Roy Maritson. I'm from Long Island, New York. My favorite shark is the great white.
I'm Alex. I am from Kentucky. My favorite shark is the tasseled wobbegong.
Paul Mattingly, Louisville, Kentucky. Favorite shark's got to be the great white for sure.
Hi, I'm Grace Goggins. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and my favorite shark is a whale shark.
Hi, my name is Andy Casagrande. I'm originally from Sweden, but I live in Naples, Florida, married to the crazy wildlife photographer Andy Casagrande. One of my absolute favorite sharks are the hammerhead sharks because they are so unique.
What's up, guys? My name is Andy Casagrande, and I have loved sharks my entire life. I'm from the United States. My favorite shark in the entire world is the great white shark because they are the greatest shark on Earth, the keystone species, which basically trickles down to all other sharks. And if you don't know, sharks are the ones that actually provide and protect the oxygen that we breathe. When I say provide, the oceans provide the majority of the oxygen we breathe, and the sharks protect these oceans, maintain the balance, keep it healthy. So without healthy oceans, healthy sharks, we will not have healthy people. Love sharks, be good, be kind, and yeah, let's get after it.
Then we'll do that and then get back here. And then, I sent the plan out. But we should try to figure out where we want to go for dinner.
These were a great group of shark people and great divers. It was an absolute blast to hang out with them.
If your heart should break on the map of my mistakes, I'm here if you need me. Just keep on believing. If the sky should fall, to be bolder tonight. Yeah, we have to turn darkness into light. When everything we have done comes around, comes undone, we try to make it right this time. We just gotta make up our minds.
After a day of diving, everybody would get their gear cleaned up, get themselves cleaned up, meet back, and we'd all go out to a local bar or restaurant to grab some dinner, hang out, talk about the dives, talk about the day, talk about sharks, scuba diving, talk about life, get to know each other, and really a lot of fun.
Just keep on believing. If the sky should fall, I'll give you shelter through it all. You better believe it. I'm here if you need me, 'cause it's waiting there for you. I'm waiting there for you. One love.
I have to say, I enjoyed every moment of this trip. At the end of the day, though, we're all here to see sharks. So let's see some sharks.
Body keep up with the wolf pack. I ain't never looked back. Got a couple bands and I flipped it. Body keep up with the wolf pack. I ain't never looked back. Got a couple bands and I flipped it. Body keep up with the wolf pack. I ain't never looked back. Got a couple bands and I flipped it. Body keep up.
I want to say thank you, because I think you should always, if you ever have a chance to thank your heroes, you should.
Bro.
So I want to say thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for delivering all that awesome content on Discovery Channel and Shark Week and Nat Geo and all the stuff that you do. Everybody here appreciates it. I really appreciate it, and I've been enjoying it. And you know, I can't wait to see what else you do. And I'd also like to thank you for putting these trips together, because I am so very impressed how approachable and real and stuff that you make everything, and how hands-on you are and how helpful you are with everything.
Thank you, man.
I'm just blown away by it. Yeah.
Thank you. I feel like I haven't even given you even like a fraction of what I know. A lot of people that we bring out here, you know, I'm expecting them to come with the big cameras that you have and all the tech gear and all the sort of production equipment. The majority of my divers show up with GoPros.
Yeah.
They love sharks, they're passionate, they want to get closer to them, and they want to capture, you know, images and memories, and you don't need the best camera in the world to do that. So I always like to try to level the playing field. I'm lucky to work with the best cameras on Earth, the same ones they use in Hollywood, the same they use in NASA. But you don't need the best gear to, you know, tell stories and change the world. So I want people to realize, don't feel intimidated if you can't afford the best cameras in the world. You don't need them. It's not about the camera, it's about who's behind it. So meeting people like you, like this guy knows way more about the technology than I do. I've been shooting these VR cameras. I shoot the footage. It goes on a hard drive. I almost never look at it. He's like, well, you need to download the desktop studio and do this. And I'm like, man, I really need more help than I admit.
Thanks. So, and then again, thanks for sitting down and doing the interview here like that. But you want to go dive with sharks?
Let's go, man.
All right, let's go.